War was a flip, hearts was a dodge, spades was a bid and a partnership. All three were trick-taking games. You played a card, someone won, and you moved on. Gin Rummy does not work that way. In Gin Rummy, you are not competing trick by trick. You are building something. That shift, from reacting trick by trick to building a hand over time, is one of the most important mental transitions on the path to contract bridge. And Gin Rummy is where it starts. Gin Rummy is a two-player game. 10 cards are dealt to each player. The remaining cards sit face down in the center as the draw pile. The very top card is turned face up beside the draw pile to start the discard pile. The goal is to arrange your 10 cards into melds. A meld is either a set or a run. A set is 3 or 4 cards of the same rank. 3 queens is a set. 4 sevens is a set. A run is 3 or more consecutive cards in the same suit. The 5, 6, and 7 of clubs is a run. The 9, 10, jack, and queen of hearts is a run. Any cards not part of a completed meld are called deadwood. Deadwood has a point value. Face cards are worth 10 points. Ace is 1. All others are face value. The goal is to reduce your deadwood to 0, or as close to 0 as possible, by building melds turn by turn. On your turn, you do 2 things. Draw 1 card, then discard 1 card. When you draw, you have 2 choices. You can take the top card of the draw pile, which is face down and unknown. Or you can take the top card of the discard pile, which is the card your opponent just threw away. If you take from the discard pile, your opponent now knows something about your hand. They know you needed that card. They may be able to figure out what you are building. After you draw, you discard 1 card face up. Your opponent is watching. Every single discard and every pickup is a signal. You are not just managing your hand, you are managing what you reveal about your hand. And you are reading everything your opponent reveals about theirs. There are 2 ways to end a hand of Gin Rummy: Gin and the knock. Gin is the clean finish. When all 10 of your cards are part of completed melds and you have no deadwood at all, you call Gin and win the hand outright. No contest. The knock is the calculated finish. Once your deadwood total is 10 points or less, you have the option to knock. When you knock, you lay your melds face up, announce your deadwood count, and the hand ends. After you knock, your opponent lays their cards down too. They have a chance to add their unmelded cards onto your melds. After laying off, you compare deadwood totals. If your deadwood is lower, you win and score the difference. If your opponent ends up with equal or less deadwood, they win with a bonus. This is called being undercut. Knowing when to knock versus when to wait for Gin is one of the central skill questions in Gin Rummy. Let me show you what Gin Rummy is really teaching you. Pattern recognition. You look at 10 random cards and start seeing structure. These 3 have the same rank. These 4 are consecutive in the same suit. That one is a loner. Bridge declarers use this skill constantly when they look at 26 combined cards and decide how to play out a contract. Hand management. Every card in your hand is either part of a developing meld, a completed meld, or deadwood to reduce. You make that assessment on every turn. In Bridge, Declarer manages 26 cards across 2 hands, deciding which to keep for entries, which suits to establish, and when to draw trump. Card tracking. You remember what your opponent has picked up. You remember what they have thrown away. You build a mental model of what they might be holding. Bridge players do the same thing. Reconstruct an opponent's hand from the auction and the cards that have been played. Timing. Should you knock with 8 points of deadwood or wait to improve to 4? If you wait, your opponent might get Gin first. If you knock too early, you might get undercut. This risk calculation under uncertainty mirrors the timing decisions in Bridge. Should you try for an over trick or secure your contract? Pattern recognition, hand management, card tracking, timing under uncertainty. 4 core cognitive skills in contract Bridge. Gin Rummy trains all 4. Episode 4 complete. You know how to build a hand. You know how to read your opponent through what they take and throw. Rummy 500 is next.